Oh, good morning. Oh, good morning. Hey, how are you? So usually I do 7:30 on Mondays, and guess who completely forgot that she does 7:30, so now she's late for something else. Yes, that'd be me, rock star. So how was your weekend? I hope it was phenomenal. Phenomenal. I know, nobody's expecting, right? It's Monday, and yeah, it's kind of how we roll. So, so I backed out the door at my office, and oh man, these memories are killing me. So Barb and Angie were done, and I was washing baseboards and cleaning windows and windowsills and got it all done. And good morning. Got everything clean, and I'm back and mopping the floor out the door, and I locked the door, and I thought, I'm gonna completely lose it. And I got in my truck and I didn't lose it. I sat there and I thought about Earl, and I thought, how incredible is that serendipity in the fact that Earl worked out of my very office for 27 years. And then it was when Dennis told Hikeaway Thompson, he's Hikeaway, told Don Thompson that he had to move because he hadn't been able to pay rent or whatever. That deal was then Earl got moved, and so yeah, so it's just magical that he's back. And so I got to be, at his office building party, the thing, we did a little thing in the paper. It was just fantastic. Good morning. So yeah, so my tragedy of closing and losing my office was Earl's unbelievable, fortune to be able to move his Earl the Tax Wizard and his mom Mavis Brown's physiotherapy into that building. So absolutely incredible stuff. And there had been some stuff, with the deposit on that purchase that was able to pay all the breathing people, all the companies, all the non-corporation bills. So everybody was paid when I locked those doors. And then everything is a blur. From there, I locked that door. I sat in my truck and I reflected on how amazing that was for Earl and Mavis to be able to take over that incredible building, because it had been so good to us. It was such a positive, so much light, big windows and so much just positive energy in that building. And so for them to get to take it over was such a blessing. So that was super cool. So yeah, right. So we ended, I'm actually going to be okay. Wrong again. Fasten your seatbelt, Sandy. This ride is about to get rough. When darkness moves in, it doesn't send a letter to you to let you know it's coming or even knock on the door. Nope. It just moves in and takes over your life. The first few weeks are a complete blur. Actually, I think it might have been longer. 18 years of straight up success, and then 6 years of challenge. I'm strong and I'm optimistic and I know how to hustle. I should not be here. It's seriously time to get honest, Sandy. I could have managed this situation. I didn't have to go bankrupt and lose my identity. This is my bitter truth. I took my eye off the road. I have enough and always been able to figure it out. Arrogance and pure foolishness. I take complete responsibility. Oh, the shame. I should have known. I should have seen this happening. I should have been able to figure it out. I should, all over myself. Suddenly, for the first time in my entire life, I didn't want to get out of bed. I didn't want to shower. I didn't want to get dressed. I didn't want to eat. And I definitely didn't want to leave the house. And some days I didn't even want to breathe. Grocery shopping became excruciating torture. Well-meaning client, Carol said to me at IGA one day, "What will we call you now?" Oh my God. How about Sandy? Home. Sandy, go home. Hurry up. Go hide. I will never forget the day that gave in to how dark it really was, and I went to see beautiful lady Dr. Lupu. I pulled up, sat in the waiting room, smiled and said hi to at least 5 people. And if you guys watched that August last year when I took off my mask and told my story, that was my mask, you know? Nobody ever saw me struggle, really. Like, so many people just were like, when were you, when were you sad? And it's like, oh my God. So smiled, walked into her office, closed the door, and completely lost my mind. Bawling. She gave me a prescription for antidepressants and for sleeping pills. She asked me if I consumed alcohol. I'm sure I said yes, but I'm sure I also lied to as much. How much? Not that I was a drunk, but I sure like to numb the pain and the stress. I sat with those 2 bottles for hours every day for weeks. And told myself, when the pain gets too big, it's okay, Sandy. You've got these. You can just take them. You've got the pills. Then weeks passed, and I hadn't taken a single pill. I realized that I felt just a little bit better and not worse. Could it be that I made it through? Myrna would show up with the odd check for referrals, as would Kathleen once in a while. Between them, they saved my backside. Well, not only them, lest I forget the strength that I had right there at home. I had to scan what felt like 10,000 pages of both personal and company bank accounts, asset lists, expenses, and wait and hope for the best. I was allowed to earn, I think, $2,800 a month. Wow, this is new for me. I had bankruptcy counseling and plenty of reporting to do. It was the first week of May, and Bridget, my very kind and pleasant trustee, has everything she thinks she needs. My official bankruptcy insolvency date will be May 15th, 2018. My official bankruptcy estate number, blah, blah, blah. Wow, just wow. Mother's Day is coming on May 13th. Bodhi was home and downstairs, and I was up on the landing, deep in reflection, crying on and off, when I stood up and began to talk to him over the railing through tears. I asked him if he would do something special for his mom. This Mother's Day. He asked what that was. I asked him if he would rally his younger brother too, and if they would write their mom a letter expressing how they felt about their mom going bankrupt after having been a multimillionaire. In that same few moments, I reached out to Corey, my oldest son, who promptly told me, "No way, Mom, no way. First, I don't think I could do it, and second, you would probably publish it in a book or something." Say what? Okay, I get it. Corey is my very private child, now all man. And here's the moment that changed the trajectory of my life. It's Sunday, Mother's Day, and Bodhi and Dalton are at work. I thought they forgot, and it didn't care enough. Then I get a text from my middle son, Bodhi, with my letter from him. I began to read. I began to cry, then sob, then literally fell to my knees in disbelief. And that, my friends, is 2 pages. So tomorrow I will read you, hopefully without too many tears, my boys' letters to their mom that Mother's Day. Pretty crazy. So 2 days before my bankruptcy day was that Mother's Day. Pretty crazy stuff. And now things are a whole lot different, right? A couple of years later, and wow, like what a freaking ride. What a ride. So yes, I'm so grateful that you hang out with me and that you're pushing me to write this and do this, because, you know, I mean, you can have good intentions all day long, but until you have accountability, it's easy to put it off and not do it. So very special. You guys are my lifeline. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I will see you tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Mwah!